What happens when one of the most respected legends in women's basketball appears to question how the game's brightest young star is being treated? And what if that conversation grows far beyond one foul, one game, or one rivalry?
It needs to be said. I can relate to that young lady, and I felt for her. I know what it's like to be hated. I know what it's like to be a black woman and hated because of my color.
Yeah. Now, what I would love Caitlin to do is get up one time and then just slap the
Today, we're diving into the debate surrounding Caitlin Clark, Brittney Griner, and the growing discussion across the basketball world. Supporters, analysts, and former players have all shared different opinions, and one legendary name has become part of that conversation, Cheryl Miller. Before we begin, let me ask you something. Have you ever watched an athlete enter a league with so much attention that every possession, every foul, and every reaction instantly became national news? That's exactly what has happened with Caitlin Clark. From the moment she entered the WNBA, every game has felt bigger than basketball itself. Every hard foul sparks debate. Every physical matchup creates headlines. Every controversial moment spreads across social media within minutes. Whether people support her or criticize her, one thing is impossible to ignore. Everyone is watching. If you're excited for honest basketball analysis and the biggest stories surrounding the WNBA, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. We cover the moments everyone is talking about. Now, let's get into today's story. Caitlin Clark entered the league carrying expectations unlike almost any rookie before her. She wasn't simply another talented draft pick. She arrived as one of the biggest names women's basketball has ever produced. Record-breaking crowds, historic television ratings, massive endorsement deals, millions of new fans. Everything seemed to follow wherever she played, but with that spotlight came something else, an incredible amount of pressure. Every defense wanted to stop her. Every arena wanted to beat her. Every mistake became headline news, and every physical play quickly turned into a nationwide debate. Some fans believe that's simply part of professional basketball. Others believe certain moments have crossed the line. That ice agreement has divided basketball fans all season long. Former players have weighed in. Television analysts have shared opinions. Current athletes have defended both sides. And now, legendary voices from the basketball world continue adding fuel to the discussion. For Cheryl Miller, someone who understands what it means to dominate opponents while dealing with constant physical defense, the conversation isn't only about one player, it's about protecting the integrity of the game. Throughout her own legendary career, Miller competed in an era known for toughness and relentless competition. Players challenged each other every single night. Contact was expected. Intensity was celebrated. But according to many who have followed her career, Miller has always believed there is a clear difference between playing physical basketball and making unnecessary contact that distracts from the sport itself. That distinction is exactly why so many basketball fans have been paying attention whenever her name enters these conversations. The debate isn't simply about who committed a foul, it's about what kind of basketball the league wants to showcase moving forward. Should the game remain highly physical? Should officials call games more tightly? Or should players simply adjust and continue competing? Those questions don't have easy answers, but one thing is certain. The conversation keeps getting louder every week, and Caitlin Clark remains right at the center of it.
Have suggested it might be trash and fucking whack call. We don't know what she's mouthing, but she seems to, have a mouth on her and not exactly be in the gratitude space. Griner herself hasn't commented. Now, why is that? If you were being accused of making racist statements, I think you'd want to clear that up quickly. You'd race to the cameras and put out a statement on X to say, I said fucking whack call.
When clips from recent games spread across social media, reactions exploded almost instantly. Some viewers argued the contact was nothing more than competitive basketball. Others believed certain plays deserved stronger officiating. Television personalities joined the debate. Former coaches offered opinions. Fans filled comment sections with completely opposite viewpoints. As the discussion intensified, one theme continued appearing over and over again: is the league doing enough to protect its biggest stars while still allowing physical competition? That single question has become one of the hottest topics in basketball. Supporters of Caitlin Clark argue that elite players naturally receive extra defensive attention because stopping great talent has always been part of sports. Others respond that physical basketball has existed for generations and shouldn't suddenly change because a new superstar has entered the league. Both arguments have passionate supporters, and that's exactly why. Every controversial moment now becomes front-page news. Instead of disappearing after one game, the conversation only keeps growing. For Cheryl Miller, the discussion represents something much larger than one isolated incident. IT represents the future direction of women's basketball itself, as ratings continue reaching new heights, as arenas continue selling out, as millions of new viewers discover the WNBA. Every decision made by officials, every hard foul, and every viral moment now carries greater importance than ever before, because the entire basketball world is watching.
You could bring your laptop and relax, maybe even get a little work done. But now, it's like there's large gatherings of people watching us from the stands. Some of them are yelling crazy shit about what they're seeing, putting unfair pressure on us to score, like we're there for their entertainment. You are! The whole thing is toxic. I saw a guy with his daughter in the crowd, both of them yelling, couldn't hear what they were saying. exactly what it was, either my performance or some light racism. But here,
As the debate continued to grow, one thing became impossible to ignore. This was no longer just about a single possession or one controversial play. It had evolved into a much bigger conversation about respect, competition, and the direction of the WNBA. Every sports network seemed to have a different opinion. Every former player had their own perspective. Every fan believed they knew exactly what should happen next. And that's what made the story so fascinating. For decades, basketball has been built on intensity. Great players are challenged. Superstars face tougher defenses. Championship teams embrace physical basketball. No one disputes that. But many people believe there's an important line between aggressive defense and unnecessary contact. That's the line fans continue debating today. Supporters of Caitlin Clark argue that because she's become one of the league's biggest attractions, every hard foul instantly receives more attention than it would for almost any other player. Others believe the spotlight itself is creating unnecessary controversy, turning ordinary basketball plays into viral headlines. Either way, every game now feels like a national event. Every whistle is analyzed. Every replay is slowed down. Every reaction spreads across social media within minutes, and that pressure doesn't disappear once the final buzzer sounds. For Caitlin Clark, the spotlight follows her everywhere. Whether she's scoring from deep, making highlight reel passes, or simply walking into an arena, cameras are already waiting. Very few rookies in sports history have entered a professional league carrying this level of attention. That reality alone changes everything. It changes expectations, it changes criticism, and it changes how every opponent approaches the game. Some players embrace the challenge. Others simply focus on doing whatever it takes to win. That's the nature of professional sports. But as the conversations intensified, another question began dominating basketball. Discussions. Is all publicity actually helping the league? Or is constant controversy beginning to overshadow the incredible basketball being played every night? Many longtime fans believe the WNBA has never received this much national attention. Attendance continues rising, television audiences continue growing. Social media engagement reaches new highs almost every week. That's tremendous progress for the sport. Yet, at the same time, many believe basketball itself should remain the biggest headline. Not arguments, not controversy, not endless debates after every game. That's a balance every growing league eventually faces, and right now, the WNBA finds itself in exactly that position. The competition has never been deeper, the talent has never been greater, the interest has never been stronger, which is why every controversial moment feels even bigger than before.
Sick of watching Caitlin getting attacked. If the league doesn't step up and protect her, things are going to get ugly real fast.
As fans continued sharing clips and opinions online, basketball analysts reminded everyone of something important. Great players have always dealt with extra physical attention. Michael Jordan experienced it. Kobe Bryant experienced it. LeBron James experienced it. Every generation produces stars who become the primary focus of opposing defenses. The challenge isn't avoiding contact. The challenge is responding to it. That's exactly why so many people admire Caitlin Clark's approach. Rather than allowing outside noise to define her season, she continues focusing on basketball. She keeps competing. She keeps improving. She keeps finding ways to help her team. That resilience has become one of her greatest strengths. Even critics acknowledge her ability to handle enormous pressure at such a young age. Every game presents new expectations. Every arena brings intense emotions. Every opponent wants to make a statement. Yet Clark continues stepping onto the court with the same confidence that made her one of college basketball's biggest stars. Meanwhile, veterans across the league continue proving why experience matters. Players like Brittney Griner have spent years competing against the world's best athletes. Their careers have been built through hard work, sacrifice, and countless battles on the court. That's why discussions involving established veterans and rising stars often become emotional. Fans naturally choose sides. Media personalities amplify the debate. Social media magnifies every disagreement. Before long, one basketball play transforms into a nationwide conversation. Perhaps that's the biggest lesson from this entire story. The WNBA is no longer operating under the radar. Every moment matters. Every headline matters. Every decision matters. And because millions of new fans are watching, the league's image has never been more important. As the season moves forward, one thing is certain. The spotlight surrounding Caitlin Clark isn't getting any smaller. If anything, it's only becoming brighter. As the season moves forward, the conversation shows no signs of slowing down. Every matchup featuring Caitlin Clark now feels like more than just another regular season game. Fans tune in expecting highlight plays. Analysts prepare for post-game debates. Social media waits for the next viral clip. That level of attention is rare in any sport. It also brings enormous responsibility. The WNBA now finds itself at one of the most important moments in its history. The league is attracting record audiences. New sponsorships continue arriving. Television ratings remain strong. A new generation of fans is discovering women's basketball for the very first time. That's incredible progress. But with greater popularity comes greater scrutiny. Every officiating decision is examined. Every controversial play is replayed from multiple angles. Every public comment from players, coaches, and former legends becomes part of the conversation. That's exactly why this debate has grown far beyond one game. It's now about the image of the league itself. Can the WNBA continue embracing physical, competitive basketball while also ensuring that its biggest stars have the opportunity to showcase their talent? It's a difficult balance. Too many whistles can frustrate players and fans. Too few can leave people questioning player safety. Finding that middle ground is one of the biggest challenges facing professional basketball today. And that's why opinions remain divided. Some believe the league is handling these situations correctly, Others feel stronger action is needed. Neither side is likely to change its mind anytime soon, but one thing almost everyone agrees on: the attention surrounding the WNBA has never been greater, and that's an opportunity the league cannot afford to waste. One reason Caitlin Clark continues attracting so much attention is because she represents more than statistics. She represents possibility. Her arrival has introduced millions of casual sports fans to the WNBA. Families who had never watched women's basketball before are now tuning in. Young athletes have found a new role model. Packed arenas have become a common sight. That's the kind of impact every professional league hopes for. But becoming the face of a sport also means carrying expectations that few athletes ever experience. Every victory is celebrated. Every defeat is criticized. Every mistake becomes a headline, and every moment is remembered. That's the reality of superstardom. It's never easy. Yet Clark continues showing the same determination that made her one of the biggest stars in college basketball. She doesn't control the headlines. She doesn't control social media. She doesn't control public opinion. What she can control is her preparation, her effort, and her performance. Game after game, that's exactly where her focus appears to remain at the same time. Veteran players continue defending their own reputations. They've spent years building successful careers. They've earned respect through championships, awards, and countless battles on the court. Naturally, they also want recognition for everything they've accomplished. That's why emotions sometimes run high. Competition creates intensity. Intensity creates rivalries, and rivalries create unforgettable moments. Key is making sure basketball always stays at the center of the story, because when the conversation becomes bigger than the game itself, everyone loses. Fans want great basketball. Players want fair competition. The league wants continued growth. Those goals don't have to conflict with one another. In fact, they can strengthen each other as long as the focus remains on skill, effort, and respect. That's the message many longtime basketball observers continue emphasizing. Not because they want less competition, but because they want the sport to keep moving forward. And as millions continue watching every game, every decision made this season could help shape the future of the WNBA for years to come. One thing is certain: this story is far from over. With every game, every rivalry, and every headline, a new chapter is being written, and the entire basketball world is watching to see what happens next. Subscribe button and turn on all notifications so you never miss an upload.